Everything that could possibly be done with the Hayabusa engine has already been tried and made. This unit stands out as one of the most modified motorcycle engines, undergoing enhancements such as big bore kits, stroker setups, turbocharging, supercharging, and even billet aluminum block. V8 conversions are also quite prevalent, but the Norwegian guy chose a different path by transforming a damaged Hayabusa engine into a unique 5-cylinder. The Hayabusa engine proved its worth as a strong and reliable power plant in the motorcycle, as well as a popular choice for various lightweight applications, particularly in hill-climb race cars. Its reasonable 1.3-liter displacement sets it apart from 1000cc units, providing unmatched torque. Coupled with Suzuki's bulletproof reliability and the exceptional airflow design of its 12,000 RPM head, the engine delivers outstanding performance. This output stems from a combination of factors. The oversquared cylinder dimensions enable a high RPM limit, while the engine's volume compensates for any low RPM torque loss resulted from the use of more aggressive camshafts and a shorter stroke. Unlike 1000cc engines capable of revving up to 14,000 RPM, or even 600cc engines capable of 16,000 RPM, the Hayabusa engine offers a broad range of usable RPM, making it versatile beyond just top speed performance. An unconventional and intricate method of engine modification is definitely adding additional cylinders within the same bank. BusaSrad Eskedal, a Norwegian enthusiast, has already undertaken several such projects, including a 6-cylinder conversion of a GSX-R 1100 engine, a 4-cylinder adaptation of a 2-stroke Kawasaki H2750, and is currently working on a V8 GSX project. He has already dedicated hours to modifying Hayabusa engines, experimenting variously with things such as enlarged bores and addition of a cylinder. The idea behind this project was to repurpose a damaged Gen 1 engine into something truly unique, a 5-cylinder Hayabusa engine. BusaSrad accomplished this by cutting the engine through the middle of the cylinder number 4 and welding a new cylinder block section. Additionally, he milled off the cylinder head next to the number 1 to accommodate an additional cylinder head insert for number 5. Furthermore, an iron sleeve was pressed into the original cylinder number 4 to restore its usability. This way, BusaSrad thoughtfully positioned the 5th cylinder adjacent to the first one, rearranging the cylinder numbering to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the left to right. The crankshaft is a particularly fascinating aspect of this project, unlike anything seen before. While a conventional straight 5 engine fires every 144 degrees, with a 36-degree overlap between cylinders, this modified crankshaft retains the 180-degree flat plane layout of the original 4-cylinder design. Instead, the crankshaft undergoes milling through the first main bearing, and the 5th crankpin is welded next to the number 1 at a 90-degree angle. Consequently, this configuration presents a different firing sequence, 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. The typical firing interval of 180 degrees in a 4-cylinder engine transforms into 90, 90, 180, 180, and 180. Without a complete overhaul of the crankshaft to achieve an even 144-degree firing, this firing sequence represents the most practical option. Any other configuration would introduce even worse firing patterns, as for instance a 0 or 180-degree offset from the cylinder number 1 would result in the cylinder number 5 firing simultaneously with another cylinder, which would be highly undesirable. Regular viewers of my videos might recall a similar uneven firing pattern in a 5-cylinder engine. The 1965 Honda RC149 was constructed from a 50cc twin-cylinder, sharing its cylinder size, but its firing sequence and crankshaft were adapted from a 6-cylinder engine with the last crankpin milled off. While Bjornar's creation fires 3 cylinders in quick succession, the RC149 fires 2 cylinders with a longer delay of 240 degrees, similar to a 3-cylinder engine, before continuing with a 120-degree firing sequence, mimicking a straight 6. The lack of even firing overlap between all cylinders is why neither of these configurations sounds like a 144-degree firing 5-cylinder engine. Naturally, the fabrication process of the 5-cylinder Busa involved crafting both crankshafts, the valve cover, crankcase, and various other components. Additionally, the engine utilizes Mikuni carburetors instead of fuel injection, with all the parts welded together utilizing the original cylinder dimensions. This 5-cylinder engine boasts a displacement of 1622 cc. It features a slightly high compression ratio of 12.5 to 1 and is estimated to produce between 225 to 230 horsepower. Considering that the original 1999 Hayabusa claimed 175 horsepower, anything about 220 horsepower is truly remarkable. It might pique interest to observe how this engine behaves in action, as it undoubtedly possesses an unruly character when revved on an engine stand. While many may question the idea of the project, its relevance is definitely not important. It is an incredible craftsmanship by Bjornar. One can only anticipate seeing it unleashed on the streets, ideally mounted to a suitable motorcycle frame, similar to his previous 6-cylinder GSXR 1700 project.